We're just 2 weeks away from ringing in the new year, and as always, the Xfinity Editors are reflecting on the last 12 months with a celebration of our favorite TV shows, movies, songs, albums, artists, games, and so much more. Just say Best of 2022 into your voice remote to access our comprehensive collection of the year's best entertainment, starting with our 100 Best of Everything countdown, featuring everything you should have watched, listened to, and known about in 2022. What's number one? Stay tuned, because we're going to tell you later on the show, not quite yet. As we move down the collection, you'll find the best TV shows and movies included with your Xfinity services and any streaming platforms you subscribe to. And speaking of streaming, you'll find the 12 best TV shows and movies from 14 different streaming services, including Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Apple TV+, Peacock, Prime Video, and more. Next up, we looked at every TV show that premiered or aired a new season in 2022 and selected our favorites in 24 different categories, including popular categories like Best Drama, Best Reality Series, Best Comedy, as well as a few unique categories like Best Guilty Pleasure, Best Canceled Show, and Best Series Finale. These truly are the best of the best. And last but not least, cue up the Sarah McLachlan, because our TV in Memoriam section pays tribute to the shows we said farewell to this year, whether they came to an end willingly, were ripped from the airwaves too soon, or were simply here for a limited time only. You'll also find a row of our favorite new shows of 2022, as well as the best of movies, sports, news, music, Black experience, kids and family, Latino, international, and LGBTQ+. And in honor of our Best of 2022 collection, Scott, Liz, and I are going to announce 3 of our Best of the Best category winners right here, live on the show. First up, he's the star of Xfinity's What to Watch Live and Hangouts. Here to present the award for Best Reality Series, please welcome Scott.
Hi. Hello. I don't have any fun intro music. I want to come out to Lizzo, David. God.
Oh. In the minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman.
I am all of those things, just so we're clear. Awesome. So after you went through that rundown of the destination, I was just kind of like shocked that none of us picked fun categories to go through. We just picked the basic categories to run through. It's like, okay, whatever. We're saving the good stuff for you to check it out at home on your own. So I chose Best Reality Series. There's quite a few good ones here, some of which I watch and some that I do not watch. Let's start with the one that I don't watch, The Kardashians. Not my thing, not my cup of tea. Still trying to figure out how Paris Hilton's closet organizer got her own show and kind of took off. But it's there. It's on Hulu. People really like it. It's a bit of a phenomenon. If that's your cup of tea, cool. Awesome. Got RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars on this list, which is really an amazing one. This is the first time that they brought back all winners for a season. So the caliber of talent was truly next level. I mean, just Jinx Monsoon's Judy Garland impersonation for Snatch Game was honestly the best of the best television. I don't know why that's not in the best of the 2022 calendar. It's upsetting, but whatever. Well, moving on.
It is one of the top 100.
It is indeed, but not her performance in particular, which I feel like, really shook the world. It shook the world, David. We got Below Deck. This is the OG Below Deck here. There's a couple of reasons why this one was included here. We have our first male chief stew ever in Fraser. An LGBTQ plus man. He's fun. Good time. Saw him at BravoCon. Love it. There's also this Captain Lee storyline where he's struggling to recover from surgery. There's this will he, won't he, in terms of like staying on ship. Very excited to see how that one plays out. But it's a fantastic series and definitely one of my personal favorites. And of course, we have The Rehearsal, the HBO Max series that was just absolutely bonkers. Not something I ever would have thought would be on my list in particular. But yeah, Nathan Fielder, sort of elaborately stages these scenarios where he recreates parts of like an ordinary person's life so that they can prepare for a big moment, or what is considered a big moment for them. It's a wild ride. But okay, y'all ready to see who won here?
Yes.
And also, just so we're clear, this isn't my pick. This is like the world's pick. Just kidding. It's our picks. All right, let's go. The winner is The Rehearsal on HBO Max. I mean, just for sheer like the fact that this is real, like this is reality alone, is I think part of the reason why this deserves to win. Like they have like a construction crew, a legion of actors, and like seemingly unlimited resources to come together, like to pull together these moments and elaborately stage out all of the different ways that this scenario could go, so that this person can kind of like prepare themselves for what is like, for some people would just be like a meaningless, like everyday task, right?
Yeah.
It's just insane. I really love this show. It was unnerving and just a wild ride. The entire time it's just like mouth on the ground or jaw on the ground, just kind of like, why? How is this a thing? How much money did they throw at this production? Like, do these people really exist? It's bonkers. So truly deserving of best reality series. No qualms here with this pick. So thank you, world, for picking this one, aka us.
It was one of the most, if not the most creative series, certainly the most creative reality series of the year. I think part of what you're referring to in like the unlimited resources is that they built an entire bar from New York City from scratch down to the last details, recreated it. So a man could practice breaking bad news or telling a friend he had been lying about something and rehearsing that over and over again. And then when he moved on to another project, decided he wanted the bar on the West Coast, and they relocated it, but it couldn't fit in the warehouse, so they cut the top off of it. Like, they transferred an entire bar across the country.
It's insane. They also like brought in all of these children actors for this one woman, like of varying ages, and child actor laws, they can only be there for so many hours, so they have to keep switching them in and out. It's insane. They blanketed her entire yard with fake snow so that they could pretend it's Christmas. It's just like, it was insane. Like the levels that they went to kind of make the scenario seem real to the person that was involved. And there were, varying levels of success and people who were more invested in the process than others. But it was a really cool series. Super, super fun. Really love this one.
It's been renewed for a second season too.
Ooh,
very
awesome. Wow. I literally had to argue with my friends. They're like, "This isn't real." I'm like, "This is real. Like, I swear to God, this is real.
100%.
This is a real show. Like, stop arguing with me. I didn't I'm not on their payroll, but I just want you to know it's a real thing." Like, all right.
Well, Liz, I've been influenced, so it's on my list. I have not seen it, so I've been influenced. I got to check it out.
Buckle up, Liz. You're in for a ride.
Can't wait.
All right.
Speaking of Liz, next up, she's the star of Xfinity What to Watch Live and Hangouts, here to present the award for Best Docuseries. Please welcome Liz.
So talk about some heavy content. Scott, as we were preparing for this, I thought the same thing. Like, wow, I mean, I couldn't have picked like a heavier topic, I feel like, especially with the contenders here, right? So here are the top picks here. So Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey on Netflix. If you have not seen or heard about this, this is the docuseries that really follows Jeffs, who is Warren Jeffs, who is already serving a lifetime prison sentence on top of an additional 20 years for, I guess, getting people to believe that he was a prophet, starting, underage marriages within his congregation of believers. And it's just an interesting story. So I have to admit that I did watch it. And I've watched almost all of these. And I didn't realize that I was really as into docuseries as I was going through this. Like, oh, wow, I really did see all of these. I'm just very interested, but they are heavy, right? So The BMF documentary, this is Blowing Money Fast on Hulu. It follows the Black Mafia family who ended up being and creating the largest cocaine empire in all of America. And so just watching how they came to power and then how quickly that fell through their fingers as well. The Tinder swindler, I feel like all of us have known, heard, saw this. This was on Netflix, and this follows, a scammer who on Tinder gets people to, he connects with them and gets people to fall for his little scam of, I've got enemies and they're coming after me. And I'm trying not to be judgmental, but I have a hard time if anybody would say, I'm going to need $50,000. Can you please get a loan out for me and send that off to me? So either way, and I will say that Menudo Forever Young is also on this list. It's also, Menudo was my absolute favorite boy band growing up, and I followed them. They were my first concert. This actually follows that. It started in 1977, follows how they went through that, how they started, how they kept swapping kids out just to keep it fresh. And a friend of the family. So a friend of the family also on Peacock, really a creepy story about a girl, true story, who gets kidnapped more than once by the same person and survives the sexual abuse and gets to live through that and tells the story. So, and I think I gave you an extra one, guys. So yes, I'm a little nuts today. I'm super, super excited about the docuseries category. And so our winner, please, let's bring this home. Our winner for the best docuseries in all of 2022 is...
David's gargling right now.
Tinder Swindler.
Tinder Swindler.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Let's be for real. I thought that this one is just so relevant and so real to us right now that I think as much as it's unbelievable to me, I think it was something that everybody could really connect with and feel and feel really passionate about this docuseries. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They got it right. The world, got it right with this category and this winner. I've talked enough.
Didn't this guy get like a series or something, like, or he's getting jobs offers or something after this? It's like, did we not learn from the fact that he's a
totally made him
person?
famous. We totally made him famous. He's still making money. He's still out there and living his life, his best life, I feel like, honestly.
Insanity.
It's also
insanity.
Worth noting outside of the Tinder Swindler that A Friend of the Family is actually not a docuseries. It's the fictional retelling of a docuseries called Abducted in Plain Sight, which is on Netflix, and this is the like dramatic retelling. So it is it's like a biopic.
Well, here we go. Here's one for you, David. Coming up this season, there's actually going to be a docuseries about the Friend of the Family series that is going to be on Peacock. So keep an eye out for that.
Wait, a docuseries about the docuseries retelling?
Yes.
Oh, wow! It's all come full circle.
Yep, exactly. So
I love this choice of Tinder Swindler because it really was. It was pretty early in the year too. I think it was like January, February, like one of those things that we forgot about. But it was kind of like I remember my jaw dropping and was like, how did these people not know this guy was scamming them?
Right.
Like the photos of him bloody in the back of the ambulance being like, we've been attacked. My enemies are after me. Like,
my bodyguard is hurt. Look at him.
It became kind of a meme.
Yeah, it's a shame. And you know what? There's a new series out that was not out when we put this list in, and just want to mention it, that I'm pretty sure that it's gonna do really well. It's already doing well, and it's the Harry and Meghan docuseries on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, oof. Controversial.
It is. I feel like all of these are. Let's be for real.
The Guardian coming after you.
All right. And finally, he's the star of Xfinity What to Watch Live and Hangouts, here to present the award for Best International Series. It's me.
Wait, who is the actual star,
Hey!
David? I need to
Hi.
know. Which one of us is the real star? Oh, she's got cards.
Oh my gosh, she's
Yeah,
got
cards.
I
cards.
can't.
You don't have to travel to other countries to watch the best TV shows from around the world. Here are 4 international shows from 2022 that were Love at First Flight.
Oh no.
And the nominees are Lorena Del Sur,
David, what does Lorena Del Sur mean?
Oh, say that again.
it's not on my card, Dairy Girls,
Can you say it in the accent, please?
La
Dairy
Reina del
Girls,
Sur.
Dairy Girls,
Yes.
Little Women, and Pachinko. And the award goes to Pachinko on Apple TV Plus.
Accepting on behalf of Pachinko, we have David.
David.
It's me. I don't have anything here. I was looking for something to hold my cup. Thank
There
you.
you go.
If you are someone who recently discovered Korean entertainment with the popular Netflix series Squid Game or the 2019 Oscar-winning film Parasite, you will absolutely love Pachinko. The series is based on a New York Times best-selling book following a Korean immigrant family across 4 generations as they build their lives in a new land. Pachinko has already been renewed for a 2nd season on Apple TV Plus and boasts a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, making it one of the best reviewed new shows of the entire year. It's epic. It's emotional. It's like truly one of those sweeping TV experiences that you should dive into. If you appreciate good storytelling, it's definitely like a good holiday binge, I think, while you're sitting at home in between like Christmas and New Year's, maybe. And it's also worth mentioning that the other 4 nominees are also very, very good. Like, especially Dairy Girls, which I love. It has season 3 was the series finale. It was the last season, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's just this beautiful story about these 4 girls who go to Catholic school in Northern Ireland, set in the 90s. It's just like brilliantly funny. This is one where you will have to likely put on subtitles until your ear warms up to the Irish. It's one of Scott's biggest pet peeves, but it's hard to understand. Don't get me off track.
I'm getting you off track.
If you still want to complain about it, go ahead.
I need to complain. I
Go,
cannot
go.
stand when series post or burn in subtitles for people who are speaking English just because there is an accent. Just be better. Understand your language.
That Irish accent
Agreed.
is very difficult to understand.
But sorry, go on.
Little Women is a like Korean adaptation of the classic Little Women story. It got a ton of buzz over the season, over the summer, but like really died out pretty quickly. But I was able to watch a few episodes. I did not get to finish it, to be honest with you. But it was very good. Great storytelling, well acted, and it does have subtitles because it's not in English language. So there's that. I actually do not watch Lorena Del Sur, but I believe Liz does.
Well, I actually haven't seen all seasons or all episodes, but I did just recently have a hangout with Kate del Castillo, who plays Teresa Mendoza as in La Reina del Sur. So yeah, really cool. And if you haven't checked that out, I mean, Kate del Castillo, who plays the main character, is phenomenal. And it, I think, is one of your top choices for a reason. Like, she's a baddie in this show. So definitely something to check out.
And it's vastly popular. Are you telling me this is not pronounced Lorena Del Sur?
No, close. This is the original. So if you've heard of or have watched Queen of the South, that's what this means. It's the same thing. So it's the Queen of the South. And so yeah. So there are 2 series actually, but this was the original in Spanish, La Reina del Sur.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What a way to bring it home. And you can check out all of our TV winners, 24 different categories, and so much more by staying Best of 2022 into your remote.